Warning. The Dragon Between podcast may contain language and adult humor that is unsuitable for those 13 years and younger. Viewer discretion is advised. You're listening to the Dragon Between podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the Eberron pulp fantasy setting created by Keith Baker. New episodes are recorded every Sunday and released on the following week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for clips and future episodes. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and news on the podcast. And now on with the show. When we last met, the Kaiju Squad found themselves at the docks, just outside of the unusual tavern known as Low Lantern, a three-mast ship which had been converted into a tavern and boarding house. The characters entered the establishment and after a bit of frivolity found themselves on the deck below and encountering the brother of the individual they met underneath the bathhouse, Mortlock Van Thamper's brother, Omric Van Thamper. Scorch then presented the books to Omric, attempting to offload them for coin, only to find that the meeting was in fact a trap. And suddenly all of the individuals on this level of the ship drew their weapons and attacked. What followed was a very interesting and smelly encounter where, with the combination of a 1-2 punch from the sorcerer's Stinking Cloud spell and the cleric's Spirit Guardian spell, the group were able to make fast work of Omric's individuals which he had brought forth to spring this trap on the party. The ship was then sunk in hilarious fashion as the group exited, and after making their way through the crowd which began to gather just outside of the docks, the characters found themselves face to face with a newcomer, this individual who announced herself as Raya, a drow elf woman, who claimed to be hunting down someone named Krieg, who had connections to the Van Thamper family. Raya then led the group towards the section of the city where all of the Stormlord villas were located, and showed them the walled-in structure where the Van Thamper villa was located. After realizing that the group could not storm the villa in the middle of the day, or at least through the poking and prodding of Raya saying that it wasn't necessarily a good idea to do so, the group found themselves just to the north of the villa, near an intersection of crisscrossing alleyways, where Alistair was suddenly pickpocketed by an invisible goblin, revealed itself, and after Fathom attempted to control the mind of this goblin, found himself rebuffed as the spell was countered. The goblin and its associates then disappeared down into a manhole into the sewers beneath the city. After accidentally tripping a glyph of fireball from the manhole cover that the goblins disappeared into, the group picked themselves up and descended into the sewers below. The sounds of splashing water and the sounds of feet receding in the splashing water to the south drew the group deeper into the sewers. And Scorched has his hand out, currently with a light emitting from it, illuminating the tunnel ahead. And you can all see that there are these carvings in the wall that resemble that of a humanoid with wings. And Raya had just finished mentioning that the runic language, which was scratched into the wall over and over again, continued to say this phrase, "Beware the angel." and you can all hear the receding sounds. They're getting softer and further away down this tunnel to the south as it stretches into the dark. What would you like to do?
And whose bag was it that got stolen again?
That would be Alistair's. Alistair's coin purse was stolen off of his body.
Oh, fuck him. Let's leave.
Thank you. I've only been saying it the whole time.
Alistair, how much money did you have in there?
I had around 3,000 to 4,000 gold.
Did you have that, or did you have a voucher with your name on it?
It was gold pieces I was saving for a new staff.
Are you kidding me, man? You don't walk around with that much money.
I was in the process of trying to find and buy it.
Well, that's your loss. Let's leave.
No, Horn says, after him. We Horn smashes goblin. I mean, not you. And he looks at Twinkle. Horn like you.
I could have forgiven the coin purse, but not the fireball.
Well, let's just kill him and be done with it.
I told you not to go down there. I don't know why you did it.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was Horn who tried to go down there. I simply wanted to see where he was going.
Well, you simply, were not listening when you continuously walked towards, the sewer.
I have no memory of that. Are you okay, Twinkle?
Well, then let's leave. Come on.
Raya has still been studying the markings, and she turns and looks to all of you, and she says, "These markings were not here when my compatriots and I passed through here before." Clearly,
Well, that just means that somebody wrote them.
This is either a warning or a marker placing a place of importance to someone.
Well, if it's important, let's desecrate it. If it's a warning, let's show them what a real warning is.
Scorch just kind of looks at all of you and he says, "Well, why don't we just see what's down here and go down a little ways and see if we can find this person, and if not, we'll go back up and see how we can get into the villa." Scorched, with his hand outstretched, he's illuminating the tunnel ahead of you all. This tunnel is about 9 feet tall, in which the sides sort of arc out in a cylindrical shape, making a cylindrical shape with the ankle-deep sewage, which stretches on beyond the source of his light, seemingly going for many, many feet. And Scorch looks to all of you, and he starts moving forward, if none of you say anything.
All right, let's follow him.
Horn will follow.
Okay.
Always.
So, what's the marching order then? Scorched out front with his light source, and
I'm in the back looking rather
Horn
bored.
behind Scorch.
Horns behind Scorch. Okay.
I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle. The tunnel itself is about 10 feet wide, so you could march 2 by 2 if you wanted to.
I'm in the back next to Twinkle.
Twinkle,
Listen, that's kind of rude. What if someone needs to get...
Twinkle, you're in the back?
Yes.
Okay. Raya will stay up front then with Scorched. And you all go down this this tunnel, which seems to be heading south. Your best estimate from where you descended into the sewer. It seems to be going back towards the neighborhood where the villas were. And after a while, it seems like the tunnel has come to a branching point, and you will see a solid wall straight ahead. And I will share a map with you all. Sounds of the feet have dissipated now. You can still hear echoes of like water dripping in the distance. You hear the sounds of your own feet splashing through this ankle-deep, filthy water.
Alistair just stared forward past the light into the darkness.
Wow, y'all are quiet tonight. What's going on?
I haven't found anybody to fuck with yet.
Alistair is just thinking things over and kind of irritated right now.
Twinkle does not want to be here.
Horn doesn't like sewers.
Okay.
They smell funny.
Well, if you're
Scorched is way more talkative than usual.
Alistair wishes that he took the purified water.
Well, if you guys would prefer to let Scorched and Raya lead and press forward, you can. As you all get to the junction point, you see that it continues on a little ways, looking to what you assume would be the west and the east. This small junction point seems to terminate. And you can just see, looking to the east, what appears to be some sort of statue. And looking to the west, you can see the tunnel continues on, and there appears to be another statue. The statue to the east, though, appears to be damaged, and it looks like the front of it has been like hit with something heavy. I think the stonework is like crumbled and cracked in places.
And that's in front of us?
It's here, I'll show you right for now, right here to what would be the east of where you're standing, or where the group is currently standing. Right at the end of that area over there is where this damaged statue is. And then looking to the west, you see the tunnel terminates again, and there's another statue. But this one, it's a little harder to make out, even with Scorch's light source.
Hold on,
But
Raya, trade spots with me.
Sure. She looks to you and then sort of... I guess I didn't lock the tokens. Haha.
That's okay. It worked out this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my detect magic and look down both ways to see if I see anything.
Okay. You get a sense that... What's the range of your detect magic?
30 foot.
30 feet? You get something off of the statue that's closest to you.
Yes.
It's definitely given off something.
Hey, Horn. That statue down there is magic. Let's get down there and check it out. You lead the way and I'll be right behind.
Okay. Horn will follow. You said.
No. You lead, I follow.
Oh, in front of you? Horn
Yes.
will protect you. Ah.
Yes,
said
that's
left?
good, Horn. Towards the statue.
Oh, towards statue. Does Horn see statue?
You see the statue. The statue is what looks like a woman, and there is, you can see where her face is almost gone, like crushed to like, you just see that what used to be the nose is now broken off. It looked like the woman was wearing, holding a decanter out in front of it, but it's like crushed. Like the wrists and hands have broken off, and they're laying on the ground in front of the statue. And you can see where there is what appears to be a hollow place where that decanter, like stone part, was. And that's what you see just from the dim illumination of Scorch's light spell. In fact, let me create an area of effect for you all, so you can see in this area. I believe that's 20 foot, and then another 20 foot for the dim light, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so that giant purple area there, that's the range of his light spell. So yeah, you can see it's a bit gross looking, like it has grime on the surface of this marble statue. Like it's been here for a little while, and the surface of which has a bit of mold that grows on the surface.
Who puts a statue in a place like this?
Can I home in on exactly what's magical about it, or where it's magic?
You get a sense that this appears to be some sort of innervation type magic. You're sensing innervation magic.
I don't know about this one, Horn.
And Horn,
Is it dangerous?
Horn, as you get closer to the statue, you're splish splashing in the water, and as you set your foot forward, you feel what once was solid ground sort of give a little, and then you hear a click, and then suddenly in the pitch black, or the dim light beyond Scorch's light source, like this wall where this statue is leaning up against it, you suddenly see a pinpoint of light instantly emit from where the decanter portion of the statue was, and a gout of fire ejects straight out at you. And I need Horn, Fathom, Alistair, and Scorched to make... or actually, no, Scorched is just outside of it. Alistair, Fathom, and Horn, I need you to make dexterity saves. Okay, Horn will take the full brunt of this.
Good job, Horn.
As suddenly, Horn, you take 31 fire damage as you are lit up by this thing. Does this gout of flame just erupts from it. And
Horn, you all right, buddy?
Does someone smell steak?
Shut up, bird.
You okay, Horn?
Horn is fine.
Yeah, that's why I brought you along. I knew you could handle it, buddy.
And
Horn shake.
Fathom and Alistair take 10 fire damage as the flame stretches out. It fills this 10-foot wide chamber, and then immediately stops after lighting the two of you up.
Does someone smell chicken?
And fish. It's a surf and turf special.
Where are the chips?
Horn goes over to the Alistair. Ah, I'm just kidding. And I'm gonna cast healing.
Okay. And Fathom, you can see that not the gout of flame just sort of, it didn't come out as a straight line. It sort of like sprayed out in different directions. Like it sprayed out towards the three of you, and then some of it like sprayed straight up. Like maybe the mechanism where this emits from the statue was perhaps damaged. I just realized that for some reason, Horn and... There we go. Not sure. That's weird. I don't know if you guys can see that on your map, but on my map I see like a ghost image of Alistair and Horn. It's like there's two of them on the screen.
No, I only see.
It's weird.
I only see. Yeah, I only see me.
So you hear...
It's your weird god powers, man.
You hear from behind, you can hear Rias's, "Are you alright?"
Yeah, we're fine. Just, bad magic.
Okay.
Just feeling a bit warm under the collar.
So Fathom, you're heading forward. Are the rest of you following?
I'm following.
Oh, Scorched, hey.
The man himself.
The man himself. When you get if you're logged in, let me share the map with you. And I will also eliminate my purple circle so you can draw your own circle. For your light source, I mean. So Fathom, you can see that in front of you, with your devil sight, you can see that there is an identical statue at the end of this wall. And it doesn't appear to have the same damage that the other one is. It is filthy. You can see that there's from the white marble, even with your devil sight, you can see the patches of filth that are covering the surface of it.
Is it magic?
It is definitely magic. You cast that as how long does that last?
I'm not sure, but it's innate ability that I can use forever. So I could technically just cast it over and over every time I say, "Is it magic?"
No, I know. I just meant how long does it take? Like how long?
Let me look it up because I don't actually have it as a spell.
Okay.
It's basically you could just cast it, so it's whatever the regular cast time for
Because I was gonna say, detect magic can be cast as a ritual, can't it?
Yeah, no, it's just
It
cast.
can, but I don't have to.
Oh, I see what it is. It lasts
10
up to 10 minutes with concentration.
Yeah.
Okay. So that wasn't enough damage to drop your concentration, I don't think. But you can roll a con save anyway, just to see.
Oh, it don't matter. I can just re-up it. I can cast that at will.
Okay. So yes, you are detecting the same innervation magic coming off of that statue at the end, the western passageway.
Yeah, fuck statues. Let's keep going.
And you can see that just ahead, you can see that it looks like the passage. There's another branching passageway which heads south.
All right, I'm gonna go over to that passageway and peek around the corner.
Okay. So, as you're trudging towards that to peek around the corner, you get to about here, and then you feel a little bit of a give in the ground, in the surface that you're walking on, just underneath this ankle deep gross water. You feel something give, and your foot plunges down a little bit further into the water, and you hear this grinding sound, and from above you, an enormous stone sphere drops and begins rolling towards you. And I need all of you to roll initiative.
What was the name of that map again? I accidentally closed it.
I'll just share it again with you. How about that?
Okay, thank you.
There you go. So, Alistair, I will accept that movement on your initiative turn.
Okay, I was trying to talk, but I didn't really get a chance. So while you were talking, I tried to move before you even mentioned a trap.
Sorry. All right, so let's see. Okay, so Fathom. It is your turn. The ball has just dropped in front of you, and it's starting to roll forward. What would you like to do?
Well, I think let's see. I'm just checking my options really fast.
Okay.
How big is it?
It looks to be almost as wide as the passageway. It dropped down like a, and whatever trapdoor that released it, pointed straight down you, towards you like at an angle. So when the ball dropped, it had some forward momentum, which is why it's now starting to come barreling straight at you.
Gotcha. I'm just checking all my weird special powers real quick before I decide.
Okay. Would you like to hold your action?
No. I think I'm done with them.
Okay.
I don't think gust of wind's enough to blow it back the other way.
Probably not.
Well, Fathom will run over here and trip Alistair
Okay.
and keep running.
You use your action to push Alistair?
Yeah, I'm gonna push him out of the way.
Oh, push him out of the way, not like trip him. Actually trip him.
If he trips, oh well.
Okay. I'll tell you what, make a strength check to see if you can trip Alistair. This will be versus Alistair's dexterity. So that's a 15 versus Alistair. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Check or save?
Just a check. Oh yeah, you fall on your ass.
Out of the way, bird. I keep running.
Okay, so you run that way?
Yep.
All right. You move 20 feet and stop right there?
No. I'm gonna move my full movement, which is 30 feet. So 10 more feet.
All right. So right there.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, there's a speed bump in the way now, so I should be okay.
Horn, it's your turn. You just heard the sound of the sounds of your companions splashing in the water, and then suddenly you hear this sound as sort of like this loud ka-chunk noise, and then the sound of something heavy impacting the ground. And that's it. From where you're standing, as you're peeking around the corner, you can see that in the darkness, you can see that Fathom is running back towards Scorched. Alistair is prone on the ground, and you can't see the fire that what you would presume is the other fire breathing statue at the western end of this tunnel. You can no longer see it, but you do ever see a dark mass there that wasn't there before when you looked. What would you like to do, Orn?
I'm going to hold my action.
You're going to hold your
for
action?
now. Yes.
Okay.
Horn is kind of safe, right?
I don't know. Is he?
I'm going to move back a little bit.
Okay.
Horn is very roasted, okay?
All right. Okay, so the mass, which I was describing before, rushes forward down this this passageway straight towards the junction point where you all are. I need Alistair, Fathom, Scorched, and I'll roll for Raya as well to make dexterity saving throws.
Does Alistair have any detriment to him?
Yeah, it's disadvantage.
Yeah, it would be disadvantaged because
I
he's
would
prone.
like to use my inspiration.
Go for it. All right, let's see. Scorched, you're okay. Fathom, you're okay. Alistair, you failed. Would you like to use your last inspiration to reroll? Okay, you still failed. All right, so let's see. Fathom, you just managed to like press. You feel, you can feel that something is coming towards you. You feel a rush of air. You hear a sickening crunching noise as Alistair is crushed under the weight of this ball. And wow, that almost was holy crap. That almost killed you outright, Alistair. You just hear you have a moment to like turn around and see this this giant ball, stone ball rolling forward. You press yourself up against the wall to get out of its way, and it's coming straight towards Scorch. Scorch just has just enough time to step out of the way. Yeah, let me roll a save for Raya. Raya fails. She unfortunately does not have any of that fancy smancy. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized I didn't turn that on. No, there's no music. It's just the sound of the sewer. Can you not hear it?
So Alistair's down?
Alistair is down. The ball, Raya has been knocked prone.
I'm going to run over to him.
Well, it's not. You guys are still in initiative.
Oh, yeah.
So right now it is Twinkle's turn. Twinkle, you just watched as suddenly this massive stone ball. You just watch as Scorch is pushed out of the way, and the drow woman is crushed. Half of her body is crushed by this giant stone ball, and she is flattened, laying on the ground in front of you. Horn is standing next to you, just sort of scooted back right next to you.
Did I see the ball keep rolling past?
Yeah, it looks like it's getting ready to pass this passageway towards that eastern section of the tunnel, which you haven't seen yet.
I'm gonna back up a couple
Okay.
in case it, like, I don't know, senses my presence, and
In case it's
I'm gonna just end my.
in case it's magnetically attracted to goblins.
You never know.
It's true. You never know.
Alright,
And
Scorch is going to pull out one of his potions of healing.
okay.
Let's see, how many does he have?
You, Scorch, as you press yourself up against the side of this this tunnel, this filthy curved tunnel, the ball, which nearly fills this entire tunnel, is just about past you now.
Alright, since Scorch doesn't have enough movement to get to Alistair, he's going to give it to Raya.
Okay. Raya is currently on the ground. You can see half her body pinned underneath the sphere. And she just sort of screeches in pain as both of her legs, as she get hit by this thing, and sort of just got pinned up against the edge of the wall.
Alright, so she heals for 5 hit points.
5 hit points. All right, I will Notate that. All right, excellent. And Alistair, make a death save, please. That is a success. Alistair is crushed, laying face. His face is pressed into the this sewage, which he was once ankle deep in. Now he is half of his face turned sideways, laying in it, and the sewer water is getting into your mouth now.
Quick question.
Unbeknownst to unconscious Alistair.
Quick question, Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
If I go over to him and hit him with 3 Eldritch Blasts in a row, does he instantly die?
If you hit him with Eldritch Blast on your turn, then that would, be probably. It would have to be on your turn.
I was just asking. I'm
Turn
not going to do it, but just curious.
It's a ranged attack, so it's a disadvantage. But yes, technically, if you wanted to, you could murder your companion.
Wait, so overkill would bypass you having to roll the death saves for you to, just be gone?
Well, being struck by an attack, while you're down, that's 2 deaths. That's 2 failed death saves per attack.
And all 3 Eldritch Blasts would be like 6 if I hit him with them, right?
Something like that.
See, I'm not planning on killing him, but I thought this was a good example to go off of because I always wondered how that worked. So
Yeah, I didn't know. That's kind of cool.
Ranged attacks count as a 1 death save, and then melee attacks count as 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I could hit him with
Nice.
3 Eldritch Blasts and he's gone forever.
We're not going to talk about how well he knows that, right?
So anyway, on Raya's turn, she is going to scream in pain. She is still pinned underneath this ball. And Twinkle, it's your turn. You just watch as this drow woman is still screaming in pain, her cries echoing through the tunnels now.
And I will continue to watch her scream in pain and agony because,
Lovely.
that's just me.
Okay then. Alistair, make another death save. And that is yet another success. And Fathom, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to go over here to my good friend, Alistair. I'm going to kneel down next to him and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. For some reason, it's not letting me move you. There we go. So, Alistair, your eyes suddenly oh, actually, no, it wouldn't wake you up. Spare the Dying just stabilizes you. So you're no longer in fear of dying, but you're still unconscious, Alistair. Is that all you do on your turn, Fathom?
I'm going to laugh. Then in my...
Okay. All right. Let's see. Before Raya can go, I need both Scorched and Raya to make another dexterity save as the ball is continuing to roll forward towards that eastern statue. Okay.
Can I use my second inspiration?
Can you use your second inspiration? Absolutely, you can. Go ahead and reroll that. All right. I had to roll twice for Raya because she is disadvantaged. So you both take full force of that attack. Whoops. I meant to put that on.
Horn turns to Twinkle and says, "I'm glad I moved back."
There we go. You say you glad you moved back? That's mean.
Yes.
All right, Scorch.
You know, I did just mention to her that
Well, it
Bulldog-
gave me a chuckle.
Scorch takes 60 bludgeoning damage and falls to the ground
No, Scorched!
as the sphere continues on and impacts the wall. And then Raya will take 64 bludgeoning damage
Oh no.
as you just hear a sound of bones breaking and popping as that sphere comes off of her body and continues forth towards that eastern wall.
And she's still up.
She's still up. She's very I'm very badly hurt. And Scorched, make a death save. Okay, that's one success.
Alright, and now my Dawson comes into play, and I can make a medicine check.
Okay. And where did you have that installed in your leg?
In my leg.
Okay. So if anyone is looking at Scorched, this sphere suddenly emerges slightly from Scorched's leg, and this brilliant beam of energy begins to cascade all over his body, and it, almost as if it's scanning his body.
Cool.
What happens to you on that 13, Scorched?
Well, on a successful medicine save, you're usually stabilized.
Okay, well in that case you are stable, but you are unconscious. So you're no longer making death saves. And Horn, it is your turn.
You want to hear a story? A story about Horn killing the party?
Well, that's mean.
I'm just kidding.
Horn, you saw the sphere crush Scorched. You saw Raya scream in pain from the ball coming off of her body. You heard the impact of it hitting that wall. And as you peek around the corner, you can see that it has stopped. It starts to roll back a little bit from the impact.
Oh, it rolls back?
Well, it seemed to stop. As you
okay.
came around the corner, it rolled back about 10 feet away from the wall.
Okay. So not
Horn.
rolling back.
Tell us more about this killing the party, Horn.
And you're all out of initiative.
Horn hoodie down to Scorch.
Woohoo!
Ah,
I survived!
you won't die today. And I have healed you.
Oh no, Horn's attacking Scorch. Tasha's hideous laughter.
1d8. Oh,
Alright, let me take
9 plus 6 healing, Scorch.
Let me take that prone off of you, Scorch. There you go.
And he will
Crown
head
of
over.
madness. Crown of madness.
He'll help Scorch up. Oh, you alright? And I must attend to Alistair. Horn must heal.
So when Scorch gets all beat up like that, does he have like dents and stuff in him?
Scorch looks pretty wrecked right now.
Like if we
but-
took a dent and banged it back out, would he gain a hit point back?
Strangely enough, though, another thing you notice, Horn, as you came up towards Scorch, that crystal in the center of his chest is glowing faintly. And you can just see it emitting light that sort of pulses out from the center of his chest.
Since he's a thing, can I use mending to heal him?
No, it doesn't work that way. They're living creatures, even though they're constructs.
Constructs have, have lives too, you know.
Construct lives matter, dang it.
That's adorable.
Alright, so Raya, in intense physical pain, pulls herself up off of the ground. And she just says, "Those were not here before. What the fuck?"
You look like you hurt.
That is an understatement, little one. Oh, fuck.
Do you need healing?
And she looks to you, and you can see that her eyes are scorched. Does your light go out, or does it continue on even though you were knocked unconscious for a bit? Is that like a concentration, or that just lasts?
I think it's a concentration, so Scorch will relight it.
Okay. As you do, Raya sort of covers her eyes a bit. Like it was painful to look. And beyond the sounds of the echoing tunnels, you can still hear the echoing sounds of Raya's cries from before. It's faint, it's distant, but it seems to travel throughout this complex of sewer tunnels.
Well, if everyone's back up, I think we should move on.
I think everybody's okay now. Hey,
Horn thinks
Birdman,
we-
how you doing?
Raya is looking pretty rough. Like one of her legs, she's limping right now. She can barely stand.
Would you
Scorch
like to go
is also
somewhere
still looking both Alistair and Scorch are looking pretty rough as well.
Horn only has so much healing.
Well, my job is to hurt people, not heal people, so I can't help.
I can heal people, but I'd rather not.
Okay. I adjusted that accordingly, Horn.
Up
Hey,
here goes
Birdman, you
nothing.
okay? Hello.
Alistair does not respond.
Extra crispy, you all right down there?
Alistair
All-star!
just likes you.
11 that's a lot. That's a lot coming from you. 11 herbs and spices.
All-star, are you okay?
I'm gonna start calling Fathom 11 herbs and spices.
Hey, go for it.
His dreamily addiction.
All-star.
Twinkle, don't get too close to him. Stand back.
Why?
Because he's the one that triggered the trap and made that boulder fall down.
No, I tried to stop you from triggering the trap.
What, now you're going to blame it on me just because you pulled the trap on purpose?
In front is triggered.
All-star's fine. He talks again.
All-Star?
He's not fine. He pulled that trap on purpose to try to kill us.
Hey,
He's
now
tired of our
you're an
civilized ways.
All-Star. So, Scorch, as you run around the corner with your light source, you can see that the tunnel continues on to the south. And just beyond the dim light, it appears like the tunnel opens up.
Watch your step, Alistair.
It opens up and you can see some sort of shimmering light. Like the curved walls of this tunnel, like it seems to stop, and there's some sort of opaque shimmering light source. This flat wall-like structure. And as you get towards it, you can see that the tunnel continues on towards the east. It stretches on. Let me just mark that for you.
What happens when I touch this shimmering light?
It sort of warbles, but it doesn't repulse you. Obviously, let me just put that back. You can see that beyond it, there appears to be something as if the tunnel continues on. But you can only make out so much because of how semi-transparent it is, you can see a little bit. It appears the tunnel continues on, but it seems to be blocked by whatever this is.
I'll press my hand against it to see if it'll let it go through.
It will not. It does not move. It feels as if you're touching a solid wall.
So it feels like a wall, right?
Yep, it feels like a wall.
I'm
but I
gonna
can
try to
clearly
walk
see
on
on
it.
the other side. I'll help Twinkle up.
You help her up to walk on the wall?
Yes.
The warble wall.
The warble wall?
The
What does it say?
wobble wall.
The wobble wall. Do you have the ability to walk on walls, Twinkle?
I have boots.
That's
I
right.
walk on walls.
Your boots, unfortunately, do not allow you to walk on the surface of this. You try. You kick out your little feet as Scorch kind of hoists you up like a gymnast. And as you feel like you're gonna be able to walk and run up this side of this energy barrier of some sort, your feet skid and you fall onto Scorch back into his hands.
Whoops.
Scorch, you get a face full of goblin.
I'm used to it.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing?
Horn is following behind.
Okay.
Watching Alistair to make sure he doesn't trigger any more traps.
Alistair's just floating here. Not even moving.
Horn, you see the same thing, this transparent, somewhat illuminated wall. And as you begin to follow behind Scorched. Right, it just sort of peeks around, still kind of somewhat limping, and sees the passageway as it continues. And Scorched, as you get to about, or I'll move you to here, you feel this ankle-deep sewer water. Your foot gives a little in the ground, and you hear a very familiar sound of a trapdoor opening. And nope, sorry, Horn. You'll be able to move on your initiative. I need everyone to roll initiative again. I will roll for Raya.
I like to note I did at disadvantage because I'm not moving, and I got a 20 and an 18 on disadvantage.
You got a 20 and an 18 on disadvantage? Alright, so Alistair, you hear an echoing sound of like machinery. It's very, very similar to the sound you heard when that ball fell out of the ceiling of the tunnel.
Alistair is just floating.
Raya hears that sound as well, and she says, "Where are your companions?" And she's going to hold her action for now. And Horn, I assume you would like to use your full movement?
Horn will run fast.
Run fast.
Oh.
Yeah, he will run. I don't know what's going on with your character.
Yeah.
You're going to run that way?
Yes.
So, Raya looks and sees you tearing ass around the corner, running back towards them. Twinkle, what would you like to do?
We are running.
Okay.
And since I'm not doing anything else but running, that means I can go double my speed, right?
Correct. You can dash.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds like, yeah.
Go for it. You got 80 more, or 40 more, I should say. You're running straight towards Raya?
I'm trying to move past her, but my thing doesn't want to click
Well, how about,
past her.
How about this? I'll move you slightly to her side. Let's say you're right there. Is that good?
Yes, perfect. I like that.
Okay. Fathom, you heard that familiar sound. It sent a chill down your spine. You're like, what was that? It echoed from the south down the tunnels, and you suddenly see your goblin companion splish, splash, 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 splash next to you. I should also mention that the 5 of you are now in pitch blackness. So only,
I can still see.
only Fathom and Twinkle and Raya can actually see what's going on. I think
Sure can.
Horn is just stumbling down the way. Scorch, make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Well, since you asked.
I did, and I said please as well. Okay.
That'll be a 4.
That'd be a 4, okay. That'll be 48 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked unconscious and knocked prone. So you all just hear this crunching noise as the sphere emerges, somewhat blocking that illuminated wall. So it looks like it's about to impact the wall. If Twinkle, you and Raya staring down the tunnel towards it, you can see this massive blackness, which suddenly you just hear just rolling, the sound of the stone on stone as it's rushing towards that wall. And Scorch, make a death save, please. Okay, that's 1 success.
And my Dawson will continue to make a medicine to stabilize me.
Okay. Does that work every single time you fall unconscious?
Yep, as long as I'm attuned to it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a medicine check. Okay, that's a failure. You are still making death saves. And Twinkle, it's your turn again. You see at the very end of the tunnel, you can see the light source from that glowing barrier is somewhat blocked by the spheres. It's about to impact the wall. You see Horn rushing towards you. Your companions all standing next to you. Alistair and Fathom on a high alert, somewhat confused to what's going on.
I know what's happening.
I'm gonna move to the other side of Fathom in case Horn keeps running, because he's blind and might smack into me, and
That's
I don't
true.
want that.
Don't touch me, trash gnome.
Wasn't going to.
Raya watches you rush down that way, looking towards Horn, sees that sphere, and is going to rush beyond Alistair, as if to understand what you're doing, to not be run into by a Minotaur. And Fathom, it's your turn.
Is Horn still running?
As you peek around the corner, you can see Horn is barreling towards you all. Or I should say he's barreling towards you now. You're in his way. Look of abject fear on his face.
If I go towards the side of the wall, can I dodge him?
I mean, you can continue to move past him if you like. As long as you don't end your space in his space, you're good. It's a 10-foot wide passageway.
All right, I'm gonna go past him.
Okay. Heading that way
Well,
towards the
where's-
sphere.
Yeah, where's the sphere at? Is it coming towards me, or is it going towards the back wall?
It is right now. Half of it seems to be emerging. Just as you get to that point, you can see that it has emerged in front of that energy wall.
I'm gonna open a dimension door in front of it and reopen it next to Twinkle.
Oh my god! What?
I think that may exceed the weight it can hold.
I'm gonna say this out of character.
Yeah.
Use a jackass.
I don't think that works like that. Dimension Door.
Well-
Dimension Door works on a willing person, right?
It's inanimate. It's assumed that anything inanimate is will.
Okay, but what size is can it fit? Is my question. Because this is bigger. This thing would be considered a large sized inanimate object.
It basically says you can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry.
Yeah, what's your carry? Oh, so you have to go with it. You can't just open a door. You have to go through the door with it.
So I can make an awesome dexterity save to ride this thing through. My carry is maximum 150, lift, push, drag of 300.
Yeah, unfortunately, this thing is way heavier than that.
I disagree.
You
I think
disagree?
it's 50 pounds.
You're
lightweight.
you're unconscious. I'll tell you what.
All right.
I'll tell you what.
I'm just gonna let it go.
Rule of cool. Make an Arcana check. Let's see if you can do this because it sounds fun.
Twinkle,
I'm put that in my memory. Real good.
Fuck yeah, I could do it.
Okay, where would you like to play? Does it isn't have to be a point that you can see?
It's gonna open in front of the sphere, and it's
Okay.
gonna open up next to Raya, go across Raya, Alistair, and Twink.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait, so are you doing it on Raya's side? Because if so, wouldn't it just keep going the other way? Or are you
Nope,
putting it
I
like
am-
next to my cheek?
I'm actually gonna put it next to Raya, but I'm changing the dimensional space so it opens up like it came from that.
So you want it
Okay.
to go
might
towards your
to live.
companions or away
Yeah.
from your companions?
Towards them.
Very much towards them. That way he can say, "Guys, I didn't know it was gonna go that way. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm so sorry."
Hold on. Considering you're attempting to cause damage on your companions, I'm going to let's see.
Penalize you.
Yeah, you have to go with it. Fathom.
Deal.
Okay. Awesome.
I'll just walk through right behind it.
Square.
Yeah,
Well-
as it goes through the portal, I'll just walk right on through.
How much more movement did you have, Fathom?
Like 5 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that unfortunately you don't have the ability to angle it so that you can walk through it and also let it come through because its momentum is carrying it west. You're heading south.
All right. I'm just gonna let it pass then.
Okay. You're just
It's
gonna
not
let
coming towards me, right?
No, currently it looks like it's about to impact that wall.
I'm just gonna save that Arcana check. I might do
What's
this again later.
your passive perception, Fathom?
Let's see. 11.
11. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna let it go on and pass then.
Okay, so you're gonna let it impact the wall?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alistair, it's your turn. So you don't have you don't have to spend the spell slot for Dimension Door.
Okay.
I would say that with an Arcana check of 20, you would understand that your spell would not be able to do that. What you were attempting to do.
I think I should get an additional inspiration slot for not killing my companions.
You think so, huh?
Sounds like, I mean, considering how easily I could.
Horn, what would you like to do?
Horn will just walk over here.
Okay.
Oh, can he see? Cannot see. Oh yeah, he was running this way. He did not really see or hear, so he actually would go that way. Never mind.
Okay. So you're running towards
Barreling into the wall.
You're running towards the end of that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Horn doesn't know what else to do except get out of here. Horn says we must leave
Okay.
now.
So before you take your next death save, Fathom, you watch as the sphere was about to impact the wall, and then suddenly turns directions, traveling northward towards you. As apparently it's being guided by a curved area that you did not notice before in the floor of this sewer tunnel.
I knew it was after people.
I need you to make a dexterity save. And Horn, I need you to make a dexterity save as well. Would you like to use one of your... would either of you like to use your... I can see Horn wants to. Okay. So Fathom...
Pay for your transgressions!
Well, I just used all my inspiration.
I don't know if that works that way, Fathom. I don't think you can use more than one inspiration per check.
Oh,
Either
good,
way, you get
I
hit.
wasted one.
Yeah, I'll give you... Yeah, give it back. There you go. All right.
As a reaction, I cast shield.
As a reaction, you cast shield? Okay. Shield doesn't work
Yep.
on this.
I know, but I'm hoping it deflects it slightly.
Not the face! Not the face!
Fathom takes 50 bludgeoning damage and falls prone.
Oh, fuck.
Is knocked prone and unconscious. And Horn, you just managed to skitter step out of the way as this thing rolls. And you watch as it curves around the corner and goes straight towards and past Twinkle. Twinkle, make a dex save. As apparently there's yet another curve or divot in this tunnel that seems to be guiding this thing. Twinkle, you just managed to do a little cartwheel out of the way as this enormous stone ball rolls past you.
Yeah, I do.
And now, Scorched, if you'd be so kind as to roll a death save. Oh, that's one failure.
In the medicine check again.
Does that happen every single turn?
Whenever I end my turn with 0 hit points.
Okay. You are now stabilized. You're no longer making death saves. Still prone. And unconscious. And on Raya's turn, Raya just sort of heard the sound of that sphere rolling past. And she turns around, looks past Alistair and Horn and just says, "What the fuck?" And she will rush forth, staring down, and sees yet again one of her new companions has fallen. And she's going to rush towards Fathom with the rest of her movement.
And slit his throat.
Yes.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
That's what Horn will do. Horn will kill him now.
Twinkle, what would you like to do?
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Fathom hasn't done anything bad to anybody yet.
Well, I want to do very mean things, but Twinkle, feasibly does not know that Mr. Fishface has tried to murder. So I will merely stay there.
Okay.
I didn't try to murder. I just thought about it.
Alistair, it's your turn.
I know.
Alistair still chest floating here in the water of the...
Well, you're not really floating. You're only ankle deep. It's not
I'm
like...
prone, so I'm laying on it.
You're what now?
I'm a goose.
You're
laying here. Just thinking about life.
You're just thinking about life? Okay. Fathom, make a death save.
It's kind of sad that you're laying in a sewer thinking about life, Alistair.
It's kind of sad that someone that he kind of trusted pushed him down into the sewer after triggering a trap, too, friend.
That's your own thought if you trusted Fathom.
I don't trust Fathom, and it turns out great for me.
Horn, it's your turn.
Horn walks over.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Oh, Horn cannot see where to lay hands on.
There is
We'll
dim
just
light.
walk around.
There's dim light.
Horn can't see. Accidentally strangled.
Yeah.
It is
Horn wants to strangle the...
there's dim light emitting from the energy barrier. So you do see the prone form of Fathom on the somewhat floating in this ankle deep sewage. And you can see that Raya is kneeling down over him and reaching towards his body.
What are you doing, Raya?
I'm checking to see if he's alright, you dolt.
Oh, I think he's alright.
And
I'll kick him a little bit.
Is that all you do? You kick him?
Yeah, I kick him a little bit.
I would like to remind everybody that nobody knows that Fathom contemplated killing them all.
Wait. Wasn't that a melee attack? Doesn't that mean this 2 failed deaths?
Horn will cast dying.
I was going to
And
say...
to be fair, Dad,
isn't that-
I know that's why Twinkle's not doing anything malicious.
Isn't that technically an auto crit if you melee attack a downed individual?
Listen, what I'm saying is
Horn draws his sword. Draws his long sword. Sacrifice to the Great One.
See,
voice inside your head. Horn
this is
saying,
what
"Do you have
happens.
balls for it?"
This is what happens when you guys don't get to play D&D regularly every 2 weeks. You all just
party member.
If you throw enough enemies at us, maybe we wouldn't kill ourselves.
Okay.
This is what happens when people try to kill other party members.
So,
I don't know what you're talking about. You try to kill anybody. Right?
Alistair,
You tried to kill me.
Alistair and Twinkle, you hear the sound of that stone ball as it continues east and impacts the other stone ball, sounding like a giant billiard ball connecting with another one.
But does
And-
it start rolling back?
It rolls back a couple of feet after impacting.
Oh, okay.
And
We ain't gonna talk about my awesome dodge.
you are alright, Scorch, make another death save and you are all out of you'll be all out of initiative at this point. After you make your death save, Scorch.
I'm stabilized.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry.
You mean Fathom? Oh wait, Fathom's stabilized too.
Fathom
I'm
is
dead.
Never mind, Fathom's dead.
Am I out of initiative yet? Am I out of initiative yet? Am I out of initiative yet?
You guys are out of initiative. You have been
I'm
since
taking a
Scorch.
bite out of your face.
You've all been out of initiative since Scorched made his last save. So at this point, I will accept that first failure, that first roll. So that was 2 failures. And at this point, I give the rest of your companions an opportunity to do something. Raya's about to do something.
Before, can I take a bite out of his face, like where his cheek is?
I would say that she would act before you got there. She stabilizes him, rolling a 14 on her medicine check. Fathom is no longer for fear of dying. He's just very unconscious. And we'll
God dang it.
probably have a really...
Now you can
big
bite him,
day.
Twinkle.
I mean, I
Never
could,
dies.
but he might remember it.
I might fight back.
So you guys are out of initiative. You don't see Scorched. Fathom is unconscious before you, and Raya just sort of looks at all of you and says, "You people are idiots."
I've been called worse.
The smart
And-
one is unconscious.
Whoops. I don't know why, but I just marked you guys as taking a long rest.
And I'm healed. All right, good. Let's
I'm
go.
not gonna say no to it.
Whoops.
So, can I, like, throw an arrow at that glowy wall?
Hold on. Jeremy has to unheal me.
You
I
damn
would
right I
too.
have to.
Very important.
Damn right I have to.
I already fixed all my stuff.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys would be so kind as to fix that, that'd be awesome.
I haven't cast any real spells, just cantrips, so I'm good.
Okay.
All right, I put my 7 points of damage back on me.
I can't remember how many first level spells. 2.
Whatever makes sense to you. How about that?
I know I used my 3rd level spell, so I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So you have 2 companions which are currently unconscious. Wrecked. Fathoms, you wear vestments and garb that is white, correct? With your white face paint?
That is correct, when I'm not wearing my schoolgirl outfit.
Your white face paint is streaking off of you right now. And in the dim light, Twinkle, Raya, and Horn, you can see now that underneath this white makeup, Fathom's skin has a cerulean texture. This blue, very, very deep ocean blue colored skin.
Damn it, my face paint.
You're unconscious.
I would like to walk past both Horn and Fathom, but when I do, I would like to step on Fathom.
Okay. You step onto and over Fathom, heading around the corner. Horn, as you rush around the corner, you can see that the tunnel terminates at the end, the eastern part of it, and seems to open up a bit, not too far from where Scorch's fallen body is. What would you like to do?
Horn will pick up Scorch and carry him.
Okay. Horn comes walking around the corner with Scorched unconscious body over his shoulder.
Horn will pick up Fathom. It won't take much energy.
Okay.
And he will carry him this way.
What's your carrying capacity, Scorch?
Eat as much as you.
Horn?
My carrying capacity? Oh.
Yeah.
600 pounds.
Okay. How much does Fathom weigh?
Let's see.
I think 170 pounds.
I'm currently at 86.63 in my carrying weight, plus however much I normally weigh.
Well, no, I was saying, yeah, you weigh 170
pounds. So
pounds.
Yeah, plus 80, so I'm like 253.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't carry both of them.
Oh, I can't?
No. You're Scorch weighs 400 pounds.
Oh,
yeah.
you're a big
It's
one,
okay.
Scorch.
He's a big chunky robot.
Leave out
95% steel.
Down later.
I'll carry him all the way here, and I'll drop him off at a safely right there.
Okay.
But what if we get another ball that goes that way? Then you've just killed them again.
I'll go get Fathom and carry him to the same spot.
Okay.
And we pick eeny, meeny, miny, mo for the sacrifice.
For the sacrifice?
Horn is good, so he won't do that.
So Raya has come back and she's standing next to you now, and she looks to you, Horn, and she says, is there anything you can do for them?
Horn has one spell slot left. You must choose who lives.
She looks at you and
who
she
wakes
says,
up in 8 hours.
She looks at you and she says, what's a spell slot?
Oh, Horn is very tired. Okay. Horn only has one slot. Horn only has magic. God only will answer him one last time today.
Okay.
Well, Fathom can cast up to 6 healing spells if you bring him back.
But will he?
Fathom,
will he do it?
Fathom's in timeout. Unless Alistair didn't say anything.
While they're playing...
Twinkle, make a perception check.
Okay.
As your friends have all left you alone near this energy barrier.
It looks like a good number.
You can see that there's a shadowy image of something just beyond the barrier. Some sort of bipedal humanoid, about your height, which is standing not too far away from the barrier and just sort of staring at you.
Oh, good. Well, I'm about to test something out. Hello?
As soon as you yell hello, the humanoid sort of like you can see jumps, like it's startled, and then its image starts to get fuzzier as it seems to be moving away from you.
No, come back! I want to say hi!
Would you like to do anything else?
Is the figure gone yet?
It appears to be gone.
Okay, good. I don't want it to think that I am mean towards it. I am going to shoot the barrier with an arrow because I am frustrated.
Go ahead and roll an attack. Your arrow, ping, off of the energy barrier, and the arrowhead snaps off as it impacts the energy barrier.
Whoa.
You can see now your ruined arrow floating in the ankle deep water. Well, which is to you is not ankle deep. It's almost mid calf.
It's like mid shin.
Yeah, it's like mid shin to you.
Believe it or not, out of character, I'm short, so usually ankle deep is shin sized.
Yeah. In the meantime, what are the rest of your companions doing? Raya is looking all of you and she says, "We should be cautious. Someone left these traps to keep people out. Clearly, this was not here before when my companions and I came down here."
It was probably Fathom. He did push me down in the way of the boulder.
So no one has woken or healed Fathom yet, correct?
Correct.
No.
I'm going back to tell the people what I saw.
Okay. Twinkle comes splashing down the long tunnel towards you all and informs you of what she observed.
I saw a little thing about my size. It was dark, and I tried to say hi, and I think it got scared because I said hi. So I tried saying hi louder, and it ran away. And then I shoot it with it. I shoot the wobbly door thing with my arrow, and it broke my arrow. And I show him a broken arrow.
Interesting. Horn. Thinks. People down there.
No, he doesn't.
You are unconscious.
Yeah, you weren't even healed.
He's just mumbling in his sleep.
I
He's
think we should
unconscious,
take
he's
a
an
15-minute
asshole.
break.
Would you guys like to take a break? I feel like out of game, I think all of you need to take a break. How about that? We'll take a little break and then come back.
But I wanted to find the little people.
Well, we'll be able to do that when you guys come back from your break. If anybody needs to take a bathroom break or just collect yourselves, how about that?
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to go refill my water bottle, guys.
Quick, get the drugs.
Ooh boy. How's everybody doing?
Doing all right.
How you guys enjoying your traps tonight?
Well, they can go better, but there's not much you can do.
not much you can do.
No, especially when no one here knows anything about. Actually, Twinkle knows thieves' tools.
Hey, I was gonna say, how come Twinkle wasn't like up front checking for traps? Why is the rogue letting everyone go ahead of her?
Because Twinkle's a coward.
Aw.
Not that I'm saying that's bad, but that's just what her character is. She's afraid of getting hurt.
I would agree with you on that. She seems to be very, very self-conscious of her own mortality right now.
I would be too if you had a player trying to kill everyone.
Bum, bum. I like Kevin's his backup character idea. He wants to play the Shogun of Harlem. What about our audience? Jen, what do you think?
I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I'm pretty entertained right now. I like it.
But Jeremy's having the time of his life killing all the party members.
I feel like Jeremy has been planning on killing both group for a little while now, so...
The only good group is a dead group.
I'm just trying to help you guys out. Two of you guys say you want to switch characters, so let's do this.
I wouldn't consider it him trying to kill all the party members. I consider it him trying to keep things interesting.
What happened?
They were saying that Jeremy wants to kill everybody and having fun doing it.
But what else is new?
Not at all. He ain't trying to kill everyone. I'm trying to kill everyone.
I just feel real bad for Alistair. Like, what the fuck? Why do you...
Alistair
got
got his money. He got his money taken, and now he got crushed by a boulder.
No. I got pushed. I tried to stop people from walking, and before Trap was even triggered, trying to walk back, and then got shoved to the ground with low-ass rolls, and then I got crushed.
The real sad part was when the second ball got triggered, and Horn and I booked it. We was like, bye, score.
I would like to bring something up to everybody, though. Not to be a spoil sport, but nobody saw Fathom push Alistair down except for Alistair. And nobody knows that Fathom was contemplating killing everybody.
Well, I mean, Alistair did just before break say that you pushed him down.
We should not metagame that Fathom's trying to kill everybody.
I mean, Alistair literally already said that you tried to kill him, so...
Yeah, but he also sunk a ship, and everyone keeps thinking that Twinkle did it, so...
Oh, you definitely did it, Twinkle. I saw that knife in the boat.
He's
That
also
was clearly enough water.
he's also very, very stoned. In fact, Fathom, if you look in the combat tracker, you'll notice that you have that effect on you.
Oh, I am super high right now.
It's-
And on top of that, there was a giant rock coming at me. Alistair was in my way. I didn't mean to trip him. It just kind of happened. It was an accident. I was just trying to run. It was a reflex response.
And to be fair, he did try to kill Twinkle. But I'm working, not to be angry at him. But, naturally Twinkle don't like him anyway. So it was fine that I stepped on him.
Alistair's to the point of just walking away. Just like, I'm leaving. Just good.
Well, I adamantly want to remind everybody that I didn't want to come down here in the first damn place.
Alistair's like, goodbye, everyone. I am done.
And now I'm the only one who wants to stay.
Hold on. So if Alistair leaves and we get his money, we keep Alistair's money.
Yes,
Yeah, that's true.
it's our money. We getting a staff.
If Alistair is abandoning the group, he's forfeiting his the money if you guys are able to find it.
Little do they know, Alistair's gonna go to the bank and withdraw everything.
Nope, you have money in the account.
We still have a stolen crown, so I don't care.
That is true.
Is everyone back?
I'm back.
I am.
Yep.
Okay. Is
Horn
Horn
is
back?
not back.
Horn's not back. Did Horn take off?
Horn never left.
Horn never left.
That sounds so sad.
All right, as you all are gathered at this junction point within the sewer tunnels, Twinkle has just informed you all of what she observed. Fathom is still unconscious. Raya is currently cradling him in her arms. A strange show of affection for this seemingly complete stranger to you all until recently.
No. Still stranger to me.
And she looks around at you all and says, "Oh, we should probably take care of him. Does any of you have any sort of healing?"
I kill people. I can't heal people. I'm sorry.
I yell back, I did, but he wasted that when he pushed me to the ground in front of a ball.
I used my last healing potion on you, Rhea.
She looks to you, Horn.
Horn only has one spell slot. Only can pray one time. He will not use it on the murderer.
Who did I murder?
You're unconscious.
You have been accused by Alistair that you pushed him down on purpose.
Are you waking him up? You know, at this point,
Oh, can I wake him?
he's unconscious, but he's not. You guys couldn't wake him up.
Oh,
I got
I will
this.
slap him.
Raya just sort of softly shakes you awake, Fathom. You're hearing the sounds of voices all around you. And with your devil sight, you can see now that your companions are all just sort of staring at you with very, very angry faces. And you
Except
feel
for
like
Scorch, he's emotionless.
you feel like you should have. You're not really too knowledgeable of the substance which you imbibed earlier, but you feel like it should have wore off by now. But you still feel fuzzy. Your head feels fuzzy.
Why do y'all look so angry? Did I fart at something?
Fathom, we got things to do. I don't need you to act like a damsel in distress.
Fathom conjures up a nice, cold, refreshing healing potion and drinks it.
Wonderful. Come on, we got things to do. Oh, you want to wake? I saw a little black figure on the other side of the wobbly door, and now I have to figure out how to get on the other side of the wobbly door. Will you help me get to the other side of the wobbly?
Probably your dumb reflection.
It was probably your ugly face. Now can we go? Because I don't know if you know, but all that cute paint gone.
My paint's gone?
All of it. You looking bright blue, honey.
Jeremy, can I use mending to put my paint back?
Wait. Point of order. Horn has reminded me that an unconscious individual cannot be woken up for 8 hours. I'm not sure how. I haven't heard of that before, Horn. I was under the impression that people can be awoke just from, being gently stirred awake.
Nah, that's cool.
The
I'll stay
condition-
unconscious.
I think. Hold on. Where is?
We can consider it an effect of the drug.
Unconscious. An unconscious is incapacitated, can't move, speed. The creature drops whatever it's holding and falls prone. The creature automatically fails strength. Dex saving throws, attack rolls. Any creature that. Okay, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, they can wake you up. There's no you have to be asleep for 8 hours. That doesn't exist.
I just think what because there was something once you're stabilized. Because then there'd be no point of having healing spells or healing potions if you wake up.
Okay, well, I'll say that he is still very unconscious then. I will say until you guys can take a short rest, he's very unconscious. So
Fathom farts in his sleep.
my question to you all is, what would you all like to do at this point? Raya is still sort of protectively holding on to Fathom.
Scorch will look in Fathom's bag and see if he has any healing potions.
Do you?
I do not.
Well, looks like we're stuck here until he wakes up.
I do have an assortment of drugs in my bag, though.
You find a collection of items. You find wooden stakes. You find a flask of oil. You find a little steel mirror. You find a giant hookah. Well, I shouldn't say giant, but a human skull. Presumably a human skull.
So, if someone forces him to drink a potion unconscious, would that wake him back up or something?
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Because I'm not waiting. No.
You could totally shove a potion down his throat.
Give me 1 second. Let me see if I have one. I think I did.
The stakes are vampires.
As a matter of fact, I have a potion of greater healing on me.
You have 3 potions in your bag, Twinkle.
I have what?
You have 3 healing potions in your bag.
Yes. I always seem to forget about. So, I would like to graciously use one on him by taking the cork out and shoving it deep into his throat.
Okay, roll 4d4 plus 4. Alright, so you regain 17 hit points, Fathom.
Okay.
And you are no longer unconscious.
Don't gag on it.
Can I take my previous roll for my healing potion and apply that to myself?
Sure. You can we'll say that you conjured your elixir and used that.
All right.
You're still very, very high. You have a somewhat disgruntled-looking goblin staring at you. You woke up with a crystal vial shoved in your mouth.
I spit it out, look at Twinkle, and say, "The fuck are you looking at?"
I could have not gave you that. Now, can we finish? Because I'm tired of everybody looking at you.
Then let's go. Why are you staring at me?
Thank you.
Fathom, you're being cradled by Raya. She sort of uncomfortably lets go of your body and lets you slide off of her.
No, she doesn't. I hook my arm around her hips.
Okay.
You nasty.
Oh no, I almost fell.
Oh no, wouldn't want that. Does your body hurt from where you got stepped on?
Twinkle, make a perception check.
Sure do.
Okay. So, as you begin to creep around the corner, looking to the west, towards the other statue, you can see now, you see something just sort of like fly towards the end of, from out of that that tunnel that traveled north to south and terminated at that energy barrier. And then whatever that is suddenly stopped and began flying back. And it
So
seemed,
it's flying where now?
It seemed to be, it's going back down that tunnel that it just came from. Like it almost impacted the wall in front of it, and then it suddenly turned, and you heard a, and then it went back the other way.
And it's going down that hall where that barrier is, right?
Correct.
I'm dashing.
You're dashing? Okay, go for it. You all watch as Twinkle suddenly, like, looks around the corner and, without saying anything to any of you, runs away. And Twinkle, as you peer around the corner, you can see now that you just catch a glimpse of something with wings disappears around the corner.
Dash after her.
Oh, around the corner? So away from that glittery wall.
Yes, it's going away from that barrier.
Oh,
I
gotta
it's
keep going
like it.
after him.
Yeah, it took a turn, a left turn, and started heading east.
Scorch is casting light on himself again.
Okay, Raya hops up, and Twinkle, as you come around the corner now, you can see some sort of creature about your size flying down the tunnel away from you.
What is it, girl? What do you see?
Hey!
And you just hear it screech out, and then it takes a turn.
No! Come back!
And it just takes a turn and rushes down another passageway just beyond where Scorch triggered that second rolling sphere trap.
Well, I'm not going past that yet because, no more balls.
Coward.
Raya turns and looks at Alistair and says, "Are you coming?"
No.
All
I'm
right.
gonna rush up to the intersection.
Take care. And Raya disappears around the corner. You said you're rushing towards the intersection?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently Alistair has said F y'all and he's taking off.
Jimmy, just curious, would the entrance to the sewers would a thunder wave be able to?
What's that?
Would Alistair think a thunder wave would break the entrance to the sewers?
Make an intelligence check.
He's not very intelligent, so.
Yeah, you're not sure. Rest of your companions continue to rush around. So, Fathom, with your devil sight, you see that the tunnel continues on, and you can see movement as there is some sort of chamber beyond that opens up.
How far away is the movement?
It's not lit, so you just see you can just see small diminutive forms in the distance that are just sort of milling about. And we'll reveal what
Hold
you
on.
see.
It doesn't matter if it's lit. I can see in all darkness.
No, I understand that, but it still acts like dark vision, correct?
It's range. No, it doesn't. I see it just like it's broad daylight.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then you see looks like goblins walking around
Goblin.
and chattering with each other.
Very
And
well.
you can see another one who is sitting in a chair close to the mouth of this tunnel at the end, and he looks like he's asleep.
How far is he from me?
Let's say he's about 35 feet away from you.
I'm attacking with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Knew it.
Let me put him on the. Let me go ahead and put him on the thing then.
I would like to let everybody know. I know for a fact this is not the wisest of actions, but I am high as fuck right now. It seems like a really good idea, so I apologize.
All right, let me just reveal him on the map for you. Which one is that one? Number 1. Number 1. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Boom.
Surprise round.
And you can see just beyond that there's another one that's far away that seems to be just sort of milling around towards the back. Okay. You blast him, and as you do, suddenly swooping down from the vaulted ceiling above, you see 3 goblin-like creatures with bat wings. And
Which one did I see besides him?
Everyone to roll for initiative.
You didn't tell me we could have bat wings. I could have been so cool.
Oh, but real quick, before we roll initiative, was there another one I could see from my second Eldritch Blast? Or do you want to bypass it?
Well, isn't that part of your bonus action to do that?
No, it shoots 2 bolts per spell.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, you can target the one at the back if you want, if it's within
Goblin
range.
number 3?
Yeah, gang member number 3, correct.
Gotcha. Hold on.
Okay. And I need everyone to roll initiative if you haven't already done so. Damn, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, I don't fuck around.
Let me roll for Raya.
When it comes to goblin murdering.
Right.
Careful, Goblin.
Yeah, he's a goblin slayer.
Scorched roll. I would just like you all to know that Scorched roll a 1 in his initiative.
Oh no.
Let's all point at him and laugh.
So sad.
It's because he finds them all to look like rations.
No, the Winkle, and he doesn't know who to attack.
No, those have bat wings. I don't.
Only a few of them do.
All right. So, Goblin Elite 4. Suddenly, like a bat out of hell, literally, rushes towards you and just and comes straight towards you. And you can see that as it's flying towards you, it's holding a scimitar with one of its feet.
Yes.
And at first it attempts to slash you with its scimitar. And at this point, I guess I should give you guys some combat music.
It attempts to slash at me.
Yes.
Can it just be
I
toilet
will-
sounds?
I will invoke Entropic Ward to give it disadvantage against that attack.
Okay, you do that as a reaction?
Yes.
Okay.
You're high, you don't get a reaction.
I was going to say, you don't get reactions or bonus actions while you're stoned.
Well, it doesn't say it's a reaction. It just says it's a feature of being a warlock. It just says that whenever an enemy's whenever a creature makes an attack roll against you, oh, nope, yep, you can use your reaction. There's the word. So, yep.
You are like so high right now. You just saw a goblin the size of Twinkle flying towards you. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen.
Wow. Are
flying
y'all seeing
twinkle.
this shit, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
I don't see nothing. I don't
So-
even know what to keep shooting at.
It misses you, and then it tries to bite you.
Nice.
But it rolls a natural 1. You just, first, the scimitar with its bottom right foot tries to slash at you, and then it swoops down and tries to bite your nose. but just misses you.
I guess you could say I have the devil's luck.
And you can yell. You hear just after that one. You all hear echoing sound of Goblin gang member 3 yelling out, "Ah! I'm being attacked!" Ah! And he is going to pull out his crossbow. And he's going to attempt to hit you, Fathom, but he has a disadvantage because you're partially obscured by the creature in front of you.
Damn.
So he misses you as the crossbow bolt and nearly hits his companion and impacts in the wall behind you. And it is your turn, Fathom.
Very well. Targeting the goblin right in front of me, I will be casting Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was a hit, but it's not showing up on my screen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It said.
Yeah, it rolled a 19.
And try rolling again. See if it does it again.
It's an 18. Nothing.
I don't know if there's any correlation, but you completely disappeared from like one of the players that are in the party. From my
That's
screen.
true. Yeah, it says you're not connected.
Oh, well, that sucks.
It sure does. I'm looking at it.
So would you like me to roll your attack for you, Fathom? While you get
Well, I
while
just
you
rolled
while you
them. I
sort
got
that
an
out.
18 and 19.
All right, I will take your attack and say that you hit. So I will roll damage. What were you attacking with?
Eldritch Blast, 1d10 force damage.
All right.
2.
I will drop. You said 2 of them.
2. 1d4 force against Goblin Elite number.
D10, you mean?
Yeah, 1d10 for 2 of them. So technically 2d10, I guess.
Ah, yeah. I'll just drop 2d10 damage on him. All right. It blasts into the flying creature's body. The wings are flapping, and he's going. Is that the end of your turn?
That will be the end of my turn. I'm gonna restart Fantasy Grounds.
Okay. Raya's turn. She yells for it. She sees Fathom being attacked, and she yells for your her companions. What are you waiting for? Help him! And she will rush forward and looks at the goblin and forces her hand out in front of her. Oh no, I'm sorry. She pulls a short sword from her side and she will slash at the goblin with her short sword. But she misses on her first attack. And crits on the second attack.
And could you reshare the map with me?
Sure. Fathom, you watch as Raya rushes forth with her short sword and stabs the creature in its neck, and it drops and slides off of her sword. And she looks to you and she says, "Are you all right?"
Yes, thanks to you.
And Horn,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Horn.
You heard screeching sounds, more screeching sounds, and the sound of combat. You just watch Raya rush forth, pull out short sword, and stab something in front of Fathom.
Horn will look around. Do I see anything?
Currently, from where you're standing, you don't see anything. As you
Hello?
creep around the corner, you can see now. It's still dark, but you can see that there is a goblin with a crossbow leveling at your companion, And there are two flying creatures that resemble goblins beyond. You just see their forms just beyond. It's very hard to see, but you just see flapping wings. Can't really make it out, but it seems to be about the size of Twinkle.
Horn will hold his action if one comes straight up and
Okay.
swing.
All right, Twinkle, it's your turn.
All
You're
right.
You just saw a nightmarishly freakish goblin bat creature attack your friend. Or excuse me, friend, air quotes. And you see more goblins. This one is leveling a crossbow. Seems kind of surprised that another goblin coming around the corner looks at you. And just sort of says, "You, get out of the way!" And is aiming at the rest of your companions behind you.
Oh, interesting. I can't do that.
Okay.
And then I attempt to shoot him.
Okay, pulling out your short bow, knocking an arrow, and you hit. The arrow impacts him in the chest, and he just pitches backwards into the sewer water, floating in the water. Very dead.
Yep, my bad.
Horn, you can see now as this creature is now moving straight towards Twinkle. Would you like to take your held action?
Is he coming in my range?
What's your range and what are you doing? Because you didn't say you were preparing to do anything. You just said you were going to take an action.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna swing a sword if it was coming in, but
Yeah, it's far out of your range. It's coming straight
Yeah.
towards down the tunnel, flying towards
Yeah.
Twinkle.
okay.
So Twinkle, this werebat comes flying straight at you and attempts to slash you with a scimitar it's holding in one of its feet. And it hits you. And it's just like, and it slashes you for 5 damage, and then swoops down, attempting to bite you. But its teeth gnash together. You see its horrible, jagged fangs are just miss. And it sort of bobs around you a little bit. Not going out of your range, just sort of moves a little bit to the left. And then the other one flies down the hall and will do the exact same thing. It will take the same action, attempting to slash you first with its scimitar. It rolls a natural 1. And then attempts to bite you. This time hitting you. And you watch as this creature flies in your face and bites you right on the side of your jaw. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Jeremy, real fast.
Yes, sir.
I can't see any of the monsters on the map, nor can I see the map itself.
Well, let me load it again.
Okay, thank you.
There we go. So whatever this was, you felt this pulsing sensation, almost as if you'd been poisoned, Twinkle. But whatever it is, it just seems to pass and fade. It doesn't seem to take effect on you.
Fantastic.
And Scorch, it's your turn.
What? I get a turn?
You get a turn.
Alright, Scorch is going to move around and get into this crowded area right over.
Okay.
Excuse me. And seeing that Twinkle's the only one down there, he is going to cast Gust on both of those goblins using his sorcery points.
Okay. All right, they both fail.
Or so you get pushed 5 feet back.
All right, so the creatures, you can take a reaction to attack one of them if you'd like, Twinkle. as they are both.
I don't
pushed-
believe they
Why,
get.
yes.
I don't think they get a reaction
She does though.
if they're moved involuntary.
Doesn't she?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Fine. Sorry, Twinkle. I know you want to hit
No,
things.
I didn't want to hit things anyway.
No worries.
I'm sorry, it's 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay,
So
I'll
5
move
more.
them. I'll move
Yep.
them both
First
another 5 feet.
Then I get a reaction. Now it's 10. And I don't get a reaction.
Yeah, I think you are right. If a creature is involuntarily moved away from you, you don't get a reaction. But that's usually only if it's doesn't that only if a companion moves them away?
I'll let you make the call, DM.
I'll tell you what. Take a swipe, Twinkle. Whoever you like.
Woohoo!
Scorch comes rushing down the tunnel towards the creatures as he uses his gust to push them away. That's a concentration? It just keeps going, correct?
No, it's just a push and that's it.
Okay.
So when taking my reaction, would I be hitting as if he's still right up on me, or would I have to
Correct.
hit him as
It would be a
where
melee.
he is now? Okay.
It would be a melee attack, correct?
Okay.
That is definitely a hit. As you sink your dagger into the creature, it pulls away from it's pushed away from you, sliding off of your dagger, and then both of them just sort of tumble in the air a bit, and then right themselves, looking like they're getting ready to descend on the both of you again. Horn, would you like to take your action before the next round starts?
Well, I mean, can I actually shoot him with the Sacred Flame?
Well,
I mean, I wasn't really prepared. I was kind of more
yeah,
prepared.
you weren't really prepared. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't really work that
So-
way. Held actions,
Yeah.
you have to say you're preparing to use
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
spell.
say I said I was gonna swing at him, so I can't.
Sure,
I thought they would ran up to Fathom.
no worries. Okay. And Twinkle, it's your turn.
Well, isn't that fantastic?
In it though? Apparently Alistair has left the party. Did you delete your character, Alistair?
No, I just released.
Okay. Are you giving up on Alistair?
I didn't want to, but at this point, it's either Alistair starts attacking people, or I let him go. And I
Okay.
rolled a check for that.
Okay.
He's got a lot going on, man. He, within the past, bit, he saw his dead sister again in Illusions. His friend Vrax just disappeared on him. And someone that he kind of trusted just pushed him down in front of a rock.
All right. So Horn, make a perception check.
Horn looks around. Horn sees lot 23.
Horn, as you turn and look back the way you all came, that light source goes out. And all you see is darkness.
You mean the wobbly wall?
The wobbly wall disappears. And there's no longer a light source illuminating that section of the tunnel junction point. And let's see. You hear the sound of a bowstring being drawn, Horn. And then something impacts and bounces off of your armor. And then another one. You hear another sound, very faint, of a bowstring being drawn. And yet another thing bounces off of your armor.
Wait, are you talking about me or are you talking about Horn?
I was talking about Horn.
Well, you were just attacking me.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I was using the wrong person.
You still probably miss Horn, ha ha ha, because Horn has much AC.
Yeah, I don't think 11 hits your AC, Horn.
No, ha 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 ha.
All right. And Alistair is not here. Alistair, you're not participating, correct?
Yeah, Alistair just left. He said, "Fuck this shit." He can't deal with this right."
I will remove you from the combat tracker. Raya turns around, hearing the sound of the impact of the arrows on you, Horn, and says, "Watch out!" And she spins around, rushes forth about 15 feet, and then launches from her hand some sort of energy blast that appears to be very similar to your companion, and it travels to the Eldritch Blast that you've seen from Fathom, and it travels down the hallway, illuminating the end of the hallway, and you can just see just for a moment illuminates it. You just see a mass of flying goblins from around the corner, with other goblins that are not flying. And let's see. This other goblin now rushes forth, Twinkle, attempting once again to attack you with its scimitar, slashing you with its feet, managing to strike you with it, cutting into your arm, and dealing 6 slashing damage as it does so. And then swoops down and attempts to bite you on your face, right on the tip of your nose once again, and manages to hit. I would like you to make another Constitution save.
All right, everyone. I need to head off for work.
All right. See you later, Alistair.
Later.
Or whoever that is.
It's Frozone.
Frozone. And Horn, it's your turn. You had a split second to look in the direction of the Eldritch Blast that Raya sent down the hall, and illuminated and revealed diminutive forms of flying goblins coming down straight towards you all.
Good luck. Horn will move up here. Twinkle, no, I like Twinkle. And defend Twinkle. And we'll make an attack. Oh.
No, you won't.
He uses his bonus action to make an attack.
Negative, sir.
And he uses his great divine power. Plus 10, baby. I hope plus 10.
I don't think
it's a 21 now.
What's that?
A 21 hit.
Does a 21 hit? A 21 does hit.
Yeah, kill him.
Slashing this creature, this bat-like goblin, its body crumples to the floor. You cut off one of its wings. Its disgusting and vile blood is filling the horrible smell of excrement in the sewer. Is now there's another smell. The smell of this blood that has coated your blade now.
Horn steps up. You're next, and ends his turn.
Okay. Goblin member number 8, the group that was sneaking around, rushes forth, produces his crossbow, and attempts to fire it at Raya. But misses. Fathom, you have but a moment to look to the west towards Raya, and you just see these 4 individuals are bearing down on her.
Okay.
And let's see. Believe it is. Yeah. Elite rushes forth, flying next to Raya, and then swooping down on her, attempting to slash her with his scimitar. And then bites her, or attempts to bite her, but misses on both of its attacks. Another one rushes forth. Just got to maneuver you there and there. And in quick fashion, attempts to do the exact same as its companion, managing to slice into your arm. You just hear Rise. Ugh! You fuckers! And it says to bite her and misses.
Such a potty mouth.
You'd be too if you were traveling with this group. Scorch, it is your turn.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
Scorch is going to grab onto this goblin. He's going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay. That is a miss. Would you like to use
Never mind.
You don't have a inspiration, I'm sorry.
I don't have any more inspiration. No, I use it all trying to dodge boulders.
That's true. I think I'm going to
Can
call
I
this...
give inspiration of mine?
Well played, Jeremy. Well played. Now, Jeremy, I still can't see the map, the monsters, Raya, nor are my modules loading correctly. So I'm going to ask you. I'm trying to decide between Gust and Wall of Water to separate these things from Raya. Which would you recommend, since I can't read them?
Well, Gust, if they fail, they're going to get pushed back 10 feet, and Raya will get an attack of opportunity on one of them.
Yes. What about Wall of Water?
Wall of
slam
Water.
One of those into place and separate?
You absolutely could. You can slam one directly where they are, actually, if you would like to do so.
Very well. I will summon up a Wall of Water and crush them.
Okay. Let me.
How long does it last?
Let me just pull up the token for that.
I'm glancing at Rachel's screen right now so I can see everything. So I've got a general idea of what's going on.
Right. Let's see. Wall of Ice.
It says it's in Vola's guide, but I loaded up Vola's guide and it still won't let me see the spell.
Weird.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I'm actually going to try to dump the memory on Fantasy Grounds and reload it one more time. So I will be closing the app out, but
No worries. So let's look at Wall of Water. This is fun, guys. We're learning so much. All right.
Well, spells don't get used a lot.
Okay, so cost your action, which you can totally do. It lasts up to 10 minutes. You conjure a wall of water in the ground at a point where you can see within range. You can make it up to 30 feet long and 10 foot high, so you are completely blocking off that side of the tunnel right now.
Yes.
And let's see. It does not do any damage.
Well, that's fine, but does it stop them?
It stops them.
That's all I need.
At least as far as you can tell, it seems to be stopping them. Is that the end of your turn, Fathom? I believe that's your action. You still have movement.
Is it? Yes.
All right.
Now, I'm going to stay right there and keep maintaining this wall of water until my companions are ready to join me up here and we can crush.
Sure. All right, Twinkle, it's your turn.
I would like to use my action to drink a healing potion.
Okay.
I will make it, let me see, my potion of greater healing, which is 44 plus.
Nice. So you get 14 hit points back. And that was your bonus action.
Hold on, I have to math. I'm not good at.
Man, there's so much we're using for the first time. I don't think anyone's ever used Wall of Water.
Yeah, it's a new one. I've been waiting for an excuse to use it.
And I shall move over here.
Okay.
And you said that was considered a bonus action, correct?
That's correct. You still have an action. As you
Can
come
I
around,
see them on the other side of the wall of water, or are we both obscured to each other and can't do anything?
you can do something. Just keep in mind, anything you try to do to the wall could break it down.
Oh, okay. Then I will attempt to use an arrow.
Yeah. So this would be a disadvantage.
Got it.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. They're completely obscured. You wouldn't be able to hit them at all.
Oh, okay. Well, then I shall end my turn.
But would Twinkle really know that?
Well, I mean, you're right. But what if I end up hitting? Then what?
We'll just don't target it and just roll an attack. Untarget the goblin and roll an attack, and we'll see what happens. Make another roll, because this is technically a disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Oh, you know what? You actually can attack the creatures. And you hit them.
Cool. So do I just retarget the creature and then roll my damage?
Nope, you can just roll your damage. Yes, sorry. You can roll or target him, roll it, or you can just drop the damage onto him. Nice.
No,
Yeah, so
I shall end my
your attacks can pass through the water wall. They're just like, because it's a disadvantage, the water has a chance of knocking your arrow astray.
Got it.
And Fathom, it's your turn again.
I will maintain the wall of water.
Okay. Lead number 1 is going to attempt to pass through the wall. And is very frustrated, just sort of flapping, going from behind the water. The sound of its echolocation is just sort of muffled by the sound of this water that's filling and completely blocking the passageway. And the other goblin now, very heavily obscured and with disadvantage, will attempt to fire with his crossbow. And rolls a natural 1. Raya, seeing this opportunity, she turns and looks at Twinkle and Fathom and says, I was hoping to avoid this, but, well. And suddenly her form begins to shift and morph. And Raya suddenly becomes a giant scorpion. And telepathically says to you, Twinkle, it's okay, I'm still me.
I didn't think you weren't.
And that's her action. Elite 3 is going to attempt to attack you, Scorched. Slashing first with its scimitar. And missing. And then attempting to bite you. And also missing. And Horn, it's your turn.
Horn sees Goblin by Scorch. Horn attacks.
That's a critical hit.
Die, Goblin, die!
Surprisingly, does not kill it, but you nearly cleave one of its legs off.
Horn, use bonus action to attack again.
Okay. That's another hit.
Die, goblin, die.
Wouldn't be bonus action. Wouldn't it be your second attack? Don't you have 2 attacks?
No, it's my bonus action.
You can't use bonus action to attack.
No, it's a part of the war cleric build.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I was thinking of.
I have so many per day, so.
Gotcha.
I'm counting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you slashed him down. The strange bat goblin just flumps to the ground, very dead.
On moves back to see what's going on.
Okay. You come around the corner, you see a giant scorpion and a wall of water. And just beyond, you can see, mostly obscured, the flying forms of more of those goblin creatures. And you can see that Fathom has one of his hands out, extended, fingers splayed, as if he's controlling this wall of water.
One will end his turn there, and be ready to attack next turn.
Okay.
I'll nod at Horn like I understand.
The goblins now begin flying away. One by one, flying away from the wall of water. And from the end of stepping into view, another goblin, very familiar looking actually, looks towards Scorched and Fathom and does a little flourish. Fathom, you recognize this one as the one that you tried to throw Crown of Madness on that stole Alistair's shit.
Oh, good. Eldritch Blast.
Well, it's not your turn, I'm sorry.
Whoops.
Yeah. And he's going to Scorched, you watch as this being suddenly takes out something from his component pouch and begins squelching it in his hands, and then thrusts his hand sliding across the other palm and points out towards you, and a massive fireball explodes on a point directly next to you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. I also need, let's see, Horn and Twinkle and Fathom to also make dexterity saving throws.
I'd like to add 20 to that roll, please.
Make what saving throws? Dexterity?
Dexterity saving throws.
Make mine for me, please.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one of my abilities called Tides of Chaos. It means I can give myself advantage on a saving throw or ability check.
Tides of Chaos? Wow.
It is from my, what is it called? The Wild Magic Sorcery that I never use.
True. Fathom, you said you want me to make you a dex save for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. You rolled a 21. Alright. Did you already roll again, Scorch?
I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15. Okay. So, let's see. So, you all will take half damage on this. You all take 21 fire damage as a fireball explodes. Let me just throw that on you manually. I believe that knocks you out, correct, Scorched?
What?
That knocked you out, correct?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Horn, I believe that also knocks you out, if I'm not mistaken. Nope.
Even
I'm
half?
sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, that's the half. It would have been 42.
How
So-
much? What?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. No, you're
Fire hurts.
still you're still up, Horn. You have 2 hit points left. Let's see. Fathom has 3 hit points left. Twinkle has a few hit points. Not too bad. She's not like about to die, but
Hey!
she's hurting pretty bad.
Good thing I took that greater healing potion.
Yeah. And that was the spellcaster's turn. The goblin elites continue to fly away from the wall of water. And Scorched, it's your turn. Make a death save, please.
Alright, so that's 1 fail, but I'm gonna make my medicine check now.
Alright, go for it. Alright, you are no longer taking death saves, but you are unconscious. These goblins are so angry at you right now, Fathom.
That's okay. They can be angry.
He lives for angry goblins.
And Horn, it's your turn.
By the way, the light goes out if anyone needs light.
Yeah, it's pitch black
Poor
right now.
Horn.
Horn, it is pitch black right now, unfortunately. You just hear the sound of rushing water from that water spell that was protecting Raya before she turned into a... Well, you're not sure why there's a giant scorpion there. You just hear the chitinous legs clacking and the sound of it moving.
I can't see nothing?
You see nothing. You can just make out a little bit of dim light that's coming from that chamber beyond where that goblin stepped out and threw the fireball spell. It's very dim. It's a little difficult, but you're able to guide yourself around the wall that you knew was there, and you can just see in the dim light beyond, very dim light, you can see the goblin standing there. And more shapes are now emerging from the sides to join it.
That is my turn.
Okay. Alright. This goblin is stubborn. He's going to, again, attempt to fire his crossbow, hoping that he'll hit, but still, the arrow passes through the water, but the current guides it up and it strikes the ceiling just as it passes through the wall. And on Raya's turn, Raya is going to step back a bit in her form and says to Fathom, "How long can you hold that thing?" Telepathically, she does.
I'll respond back about 10 minutes.
You might have to keep it up. We are bottlenecked.
Very well.
And she's going to skitter past you. And she will hold her action. And Scorched, make another death save. Or, I'm sorry, you're no longer making death saves. Excuse me. I apologize.
Yes, I'm stabilized.
You are stabilized. Twinkle, it's your turn.
Fantastic.
Okay. Twinkle, as you peer around the corner,
Yes.
you see 3 goblins all aiming crossbows straight at you. And another goblin immediately... there's goblins to your left, goblins to your right. And they're all aiming crossbows at you. Looking like they're getting ready to fire.
Can I target any of them or no?
Would you like to use your action to speak to them?
Well,
Or, I'll tell you what, as part of your action, if you wish to do something else, we'll say that's your free action interacting with the environment. You have a brief moment to say something.
Okay. I will say, hi, I'm Twinkle.
Okay.
I would be nice to you, but this whack person stole some money. And I don't like... Then I will shoot at him.
Okay. That is most definitely a hit.
And I will end my turn.
And the goblin just says, you're next. And goblin gang member number 10 will rush forward and dropping his light crossbow down to his side, he pulls out a dagger and attempts to stab you with it. And just misses you. And Fathom, it's your turn.
I will continue with the wall of water.
Okay.
I was reading that spell. It doesn't say you need to use your action in order to keep that up. As long as you concentrate on it.
It's a concentration spell. I
Yep.
think you still have your action, Fathom, if you'd like
You
to
can
do
cast
so.
spells as long as they don't cost concentration.
Unfortunately, I don't know what the map looks like or what monsters are there. I can't see anything in Fantasy Grounds whatsoever because I'm still trying to reload it all.
Well, let me
And that player
no worries. Let me describe it to you then. Glancing down to the south, Horn is a few feet in front of you. Scorched is prone a few feet in front of him. Twinkle is currently being attacked by a goblin, which is directly next to her. And then beyond that, you see that fucker that you tried to hit with Crown of Madness who dropped the fireball.
Oh, I can see him?
Yeah, he's about 50 feet away from you right now. And you would, if you tried to do a ranged attack on him, it would be a disadvantage because he's being obscured by Twinkle and the other goblin.
I disagree. Dissonant whispers. Target him for me.
Okay.
Actually, I think I can target him. What's his name?
His name is Zeppo. I went ahead and targeted him for you.
Very good. Thank you.
Don't get him confused with Zito.
Not Zito. Zeppo. That's a failure for him. And 12 psychic damage as his mind is racked by your dissonant whispers. And he's just like, oh, you're gonna get it.
Told your mom the same thing. I repeat to him psychically. And I am my turn.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, why not? He's gonna do it again. He is going to, he's gonna cast Fireball again. This time I will manually target you guys. He's gonna kill one of his own guys, unfortunately. Let's see. Fireball's
Hey.
20 feet, right?
Yeah, you never moved me.
I never moved you? I don't believe you had a movement.
Yeah. See, I have that little 15 foot right there. You never.
Oh, okay.
At least, yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I knew you were gonna try to cast fireball, so I ran.
You're still gonna get hit.
Oh, did I not tell you I was moving now?
Alright, let's see. So I'm going to get this guy and this guy. Alright. There's too many of you. I'm not going to ask you guys to roll. I'm just going to let the system roll for you.
I mean, we're all dead.
Alright. Alright, so that's Horn has fallen, Fathom has fallen, Scorched has fallen, and Twinkle has fallen.
TPK, we're done.
You're all voices. Yes, you all fall unconscious. You just hear voices. Intermittently, muffled sounds like... And then you just... One of you, Twinkle, because you're closest, you hear the diminutive voice of that goblin that cast the fireball say, "Take them to the angel." And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Okay. I think now is a good time to end for the night, but I would like to point out that this is a really good way to fuck with Devin. What if Alistair is the only one to survive, and you make him keep playing Alistair?
Oh, maybe we will. How about this? I will message him and tell him the party TPK'd.
Did we?
Yeah, we all died.
Technically,
Oh, man, how'd I die?
Technically, this was all a TPK. You fell unconscious. That's what happened. Everyone fell unconscious.
Wait, so if, now that everyone's unconscious, that means we die because we can't help any of each other.
That is correct.
Yeah, technically,
Gorge will wake back up eventually.
he'll wake up eventually.
I am making a monk. His name is Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem.
Well, I guess my tabaxi fighter with the southern drawl got to come into play.
So,
Hey,
so
what's
here,
the-
let's outside of game now. I guess this is a good place for me to ask all of you, since this is technically a TPK. What would you all like to do? Because, this is technically a TPK. However, there is another part to it where technically you guys are not dead yet.
Well, I pick up on my storyline with Semi the Reaper.
Now, that's what I'm saying is, would you guys like this to be a full TPK and start fresh with new characters?
Let's do this. Hold on. Who's all in chat?
I don't know. Let's find out. It looks like Eli took off.
Okay. I know for a fact Rachel wants to play her Tabaxi. And I also heard Scorch, did you have a new character you wanted to do?
That was also a fighter.
Okay. If both of them want to do a new character, I am always down for making a character. Even though I like Fathom, Fathom's kind of an asshole. Maybe I should make somebody a little more party friendly.
Now, him speaking for me, I do have my tabaxi ready to go. But that's not to say that I dislike Twinkle or am against still playing as Twinkle if everyone else doesn't want to switch yet.
Oh, make no mistake. If this is me basically arguing for you guys to keep your characters, if you guys were okay with that, they just murdered you guys, all of you.
Yeah, because I like Fathom, but I'm not that attached. So if everybody else has a character they want to make, feel free. I'll let Fathom die.
Well, it also doesn't seem plausible that they made us all unconscious and then didn't, continue to make sure we died.
Yeah, they were thoroughly trying to kill us. I think we're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Wow, guys. This is the first TPK. Holy crap.
It was fantastic. I loved every second.
This is the only way this Kaiju Squad could have ended. Seriously. I mean, what, did you think we were going to retire? We were all destined to die.
Murdered by a whole gang of goblins.
Goblins and whatever that little bastard casting fireball was.
Did you like that?
Hell yeah, this is exactly the way the Kaiju Squad was supposed to end.
You guys basically rushed in here. I tried to warn you that this was dangerous with all the freaking traps.
I'm just happy I didn't get, hurt by any of them.
Like, I honestly think you guys could have survived if you had, like, retreated.
Actually,
What is that?
I have a really important question, Jeremy.
Yo.
And this may be an unpopular opinion, but if we all make new characters, can we start at level 1?
Ew.
If you like.
It gives us a chance to build up our characters and saying, all right, I'm level 3 with 1 magical item, or I'm level 5 with 1 magical item, or whatever. You know, if you build a character up from level 1 forward, you really have a better chance of building up loot and gear and knowing your character better and stuff like that, and making decisions over time. It just seems like a more fun way to me. Now, keep in mind, everybody else feels free to speak up if you disagree, but I just like doing it that way.
But wouldn't that kind of disrupt the storyline that we're kind of going with? Because that would make a whole set of characters have to do a whole new set of events to kind of catch up to where we...
Hold on. First off, Dungeon Master decides encounters, and he can decide encounters based on level 1 parties just as easily as level 10 parties.
I'm not saying that he can't. I'm just saying that I feel like it kind of...
Asking it's right there.
I noticed.
Hi, I'm here.
Hello!
Where do you come from, Jeremy?
How long you been standing there?
Oh, I've just been, like, in shock, like, God, I can't believe I freaking TPK'd you guys.
How many people are going to be mad that you TPK'd us?
I don't know. We don't have very many listeners. I will say this. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more things that you guys didn't see that were in that shadowy area not revealed. So this would have continued on. It would have been like this was a deadly encounter, obviously. I set it up to be as such. Like this was like meant to like test you guys.
It tested us.
Did you like the scorpion lady?
I did. She was nice.
She's the only one that survived, as far as you know.
I thought it was funny how she felt the need to tell me that she's still her as a scorpion. I'm like, I'm a goblin. I thought it was you.
The important question is if we all decide to do new characters, do we still want to do the Kaiju Squad, or do we want to actually allow other races in?
Well, I'm fine with other races. I don't think my tabaxi is
I
extremely
think,
racist towards anything.
Unfortunately, I think at this point, the Kaiju Squad is gone.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So we don't have to all pick monstrous characters if we don't want to.
Yeah, I just, I personally will never be an elf a day in my life. So, it's not all rainbows.
I think it's all rainbows.
He finds it to be all rainbows. Like, you should see my face when he magically decided to try and murder me.
I thought it was amazing. I had a great time. I don't know about you guys.
I loved it. Nothing was great than when I came out there. I was ready when I went up to Zeppo, whatever he is, the lighter. Went up to him, and then there were like 15,000 goblins on me, and you were like, you can talk, and I was like, hi, I'm Twinkle. I would be nice, but you stole money.
By the way,
my question to you all, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, my question to you all is, you guys are now cut down to like the bare minimum number of players for a group. So my question is, how does this handle the dynamic? Do you guys want to try and get somebody to be your 5th and reach out beyond our circle of, players? Or do you want to continue to try and just be four characters? Because you can totally do it.
I'm really enjoying the 4-character dynamic, personally.
Let's keep it small.
Okay.
Yeah,
because
small and personal.
Yeah, because I think that Derek's going to rage quit.
Yeah.
He might not. He might come back.
I don't know about Devin.
Devin's work is messing with him a lot lately. Because it's been hard for me to play games with him at all, anywhere, anytime, anyhow.
Do you guys want a preview to where your characters will be starting?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys will be starting in jail.
Fantastic.
Oh, we're playing.
Our new characters or these characters?
Your new these characters are dead. Unless you guys want to argue the point to try and like keep them alive, they died.
I personally.
I want Scorch to explode.
You want Scorch to explode?
Fantastic. Self-destruct.
I think that's what you were hinting at when the first time Scorch went down.
Actually, no. What I was hinting at is the thing that's been like attached to your body was about to separate from you.
Fathom summoned Cthulhu. Everything died, including us.
You're not wrong.
I'm not sure if anyone else knew, but I think Jeremy might have forgotten too. But Scorch had a thing on where he had a limit on what kind of a level of spells he could do before he exploded.
Oh, what?
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the wild magic from the morning fused with him, and he had a set number of spells, and when he reached it, he would explode.
That's awesome. By
Or
the
something
way,
would happen. I don't know
just
what
start
Jeremy decided
overheating.
on.
tell me about your new fighter.
My new fighter?
Yeah, don't mind.
Yeah, let's talk about our fighters.
Let's talk about your new characters. Come on. So
Well, I was thinking of playing a Hobgoblin Chainmaster, and I just
Ooh.
made a Hobgoblin with
a battle master.
a Battle Master. Yes.
So Hobgoblin Battlemaster, a Tabaxi Ranger. Alistair, I believe Devin wants to play he made a character that's a Hexblade Warlock.
Yep.
He made Frozone.
Ooh.
Yeah, he made Frozone. No, I'm just kidding.
And honestly, I gave him a lot of ideas towards that character because Devin, he has a lot of really good ideas that don't necessarily pan out. So I fed into that and told him what some of the metas were for this Hexblade. So he's going to be a lot stronger this time than he was in previous games we've played.
The way I make my characters is I like to look at this race and go, this thing looks funny. Dad, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And he's, it'd be funnier if we did that. And then that's how Twinkle was born.
So I would just like to mention that the House Kundarok Bank of Stormreach is very happy with the donation that you all brought them.
Oh, I'm sure. They didn't get that crown though, so fuck them.
No, but we don't have the crown anymore either.
Somebody else got that crown.
Probably Zippo lighter over there.
Oh
Well,
man,
you said you're a Hobgoblin
Derek is so sad that Horn's dead. He's like, I made a character that was awesome, and he died because the party all wanted to move on. Maybe I'll TPK the other group on Sunday. You don't know.
Maybe.
Most likely.
Oh yeah, you should totally do that. They will not handle that nearly as well as we are.
No, they won't. They might cry.
I will cry if you kill Zito.
I will not cry.
I think the Samael the Reaper is perfectly safe as long as I don't play him anymore.
Brunhild's girlfriend might be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samael is he seems to be doing pretty well for himself. Well,
that was interesting.
We got a fighter, a ranger. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do.
Technically, I'm a fighter with ranger things.
Yeah, you're a ranger, a fighter, a ranger. Well, a fighter, a long range character, and a long range physical character, and a hexblade. So I gotta think of something to go along with.
The only thing that you guys are missing is you're really missing utility and healing.
Yeah, so
Cleric.
I might end up the cleric.
You could always multi-class if you
could
don't want to. You could be a cleric / something else.
You could be a cool ass.
I am cool with you guys starting as level 6. You'll pick up.
Okay.
I know you mentioned starting at level 1, but I am cool with you guys being level 6.
What would you prefer?
I would prefer level 6, honestly, because it suits what I was planning on doing.
See?
I don't know if you just so you know, so this just to peel back the curtain, so to speak. These goblins were protecting the entrance to the under part of the villa.
Oh.
Like, you guys could have killed all of them and scored a lot of treasure, plus Alistair's stuff. And
I would have been the Goblin Slayer.
And you would have found a secret, well, not secret to you because you would have seen it, but you would have found a tunnel that Raya didn't know about that these goblins were protecting. And the reason why she didn't know about it is because this tunnel system was obscured by magic until recently. Like, these goblins are dumbasses. They left and they just started robbing people in the city. They got bored guarding this place. Like, basically somebody gave them a bunch of power and were like, you're in charge of this. You watch this. And obviously they did a good job of like protecting it because they took y'all out.
It's like giving Twinkle a magic wand and saying, be safe.
Exactly. This is basically, you guys just fought a whole bunch of Twinkles, essentially.
Y'all welcome. But with bat wings, I didn't know they could have bat wings.
Those are werebats.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to bite you and turn you into a werebat. I was actually trying to turn you into a werebat. Yeah. You kept passing.
So well.
You kept passing the save.
I would have had leathery wings. I would have taken the night by storm. I'm like,
you would have taken that flying cat earlier in that first. It was like that first or second session. That flying cat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, then like, joke's on you. I can do it too.
Ooh.
Well, what race is Devin's character?
Devin is a Genasi. He's an air Genasi.
A what?
What if we all just made dwarves?
I'd actually been talking to Rachel about running a dwarven campaign where we're just all dwarves.
Uh-huh.
That would be
sounds
dope.
great.
Let's just all be dwarves and not tell Devin.
If we all do dwarves, I swear to God, I will make a dwarven life cleric. I really.
Lit. That is lit. I'll make a dwarven barbarian.
We need to get with Devin. We're changing the Kaiju Squad to the dwarf team. Jeremy,
The
you okay
demolition dwarves.
the demolition squad? Bunch of dwarf. Jeremy, you okay running an all dwarf campaign?
That's up to y'all. You guys are welcome to do whatever you want.
All right. Everybody agree?
But I think that everybody kind of had their hearts set on these other characters, though.
Oh, wait. I have plenty of other characters I can think of.
Well, there's always another TPK in the works,
I will say this. You guys are going to start in a makeshift prison underneath the villa. That's where you'll start next time.
Nice.
I'm going to try to contact Devin and see if he's okay with the dwarf squad.
I think he's kind of liking his idea, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is too. He's already kind of started on creating it.
Yeah, probably so. If we continue at the rate we're going, we're all going to be monsters again. And I'm okay with that. To be honest with you, we could do the Kaiju Squad 2.0 and all be monsters and play characters we just designed. I'm okay.
Well, you got 2 weeks to think about it.
But you also got, other ideas.
I should be going back to my my regular schedule again, back to Sundays. So yeah, the next time you guys can come together, it'll be no longer the Kaiju Squad.
It'll be
or
the Kaiju
will it?
Squad. Or will it? That's right.
You'll never know.
Well, that's the thing about playing monsters. It gives us a lot of freedom that we didn't have beforehand. When you're playing the regular races, you're expected to act a certain way. When you're playing monsters, well, it's kind of up in the air then. You kind of do what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how I'm going to play a southern cat.
Well, yeah, this is like Kaiju Squad 2.0, if you guys decide to do that instead of the dwarves?
Demolition dwarves.
Trying to go to the Misty Mountain.
I'm okay with either. Both of these sound like great ideas to me.
Both of them do sound like fantastic ideas.
I won't lie though. I have like just drawn out fantasies of playing an all dwarven adventure, but I will be more than happy to play Kaiju Squad 2.0.
I think you guys would have fun as Kaiju Squad 2.0.
We're gonna have fun regardless.
I've really enjoyed your guys' characters, but I can understand after playing for 6 months that you want to like spice things up and be something different. Like both, you got to be something different for a while, Kevin, which you got to have fun with a character, but I still feel like you were still trying to like feel out how you wanted to role play Fathom. And I felt like I feel like he was just too alien of a concept in terms of he's not used to interacting with individuals like the ones that he encountered. So this whole time that he's been like on Eberron, he's been sort of like just sort
fish out of water.
Yeah, fish out of water for sure. Not to be.
I've had the same problem with him because every time I dealt with everybody, it was like Fathom is so different from these people. It's like it's almost like he's a different life form entirely. Like he doesn't fit in here, and because of that, he kind of abused himself by fucking with everybody. And Fathom he's an asshole character concept that I invented back during Mark's adventure to fuck with Mark. And then I was like, yeah, but Jeremy can handle it better than Mark did, so I'm gonna try it again because it seems like fun. But the more I play him, it's like, yeah, he's interesting and he's got all these cool abilities, but at heart, he's an asshole.
Well, Twinkle won't gonna like you anyway, because you had taken over Vrax. So Twinkle won't like you regardless.
Vrax is another problem. Vrax was overpowered. Vrax is a boss monster walking. I mean, I just felt like I had to get rid of
there. He's still out there.
Doing Vrax thing.